Hola. What up, gang, gang, gang? Hope everybody's doing well tonight. There we go. Right? How's everybody doing this evening? Okay, we got a few people in here. We got a few people showing up. Want to say goodnight to everybody. You know, this ain't my usual time. I usually don't come on right now. But you know, I figure I want to, say what's up. Hope everybody's well. I hope you're having a great weekend. I'm just posting this so people can see it, If they want to join the live, let them join the live. Right? Okay, here we go. Oh, look at this. Gang, gang. Chef says gang. We're 5 minutes early, so Kuwait girl. Hey, aloha, Patricia. What's going on? Tammy, hello. Cherie, hello. Lloyd, what's going on? Hold on, this is my partner real quick. Hey, man, what's going on? Man, I'm doing a live show right now. What's going on, baby? Oh, well, let me call you back after the show. We'll holler at each other real quick. Peace out. Yeah, man, I'm going to get them popping. They're excited. They're getting here right now. We got about 50 of them live. Okay, bye. Yeah, man, Mr. B tries to stay, enjoying life with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Mr. Brando. That's what Patricia said. Tammy says hello. Cherie says, hey, buddy. Lloyd says it's happening. Paul says, hi, bro. Great. How about you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. To educate you all says, hello, all. Steve Stein, what up? Kawhi, aloha. Dr. Ed, good evening, brother. It's good to see you. Luis, Monster Jesus Fishing. Aaron, are we almost there? That's Monster Jesus said, are we almost there? Monster Jesus, I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to allow you to take the point and say, look, this is what I believe. This is not what I believe. I mean, I'm telling you what I know what's in the news, and I'm following it up. And I'm not just getting from Iraqi sources or like Dinar Vets or Dinar Guru sites. I'm actually getting these from sites that are in different mainstream media sites. And we're coming up with our own assessment. And that's where we're deciding what the path that we've taken. And that's why, I was just having like a behind the scenes show. And anybody that hasn't joined the Facebook group, it's www. Mr. Brando, April BB Facebook group. If you want to join that group, you should join it. There's only 1,200 of us in there, and we are a happy family. We're always eager to have more people there. It's enjoyable. It's a great time. We hope that people come. If you love to talk about the dinar or investments, that's the place to be, okay? We got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to keep shouting people out. Oh, man, Dr. Ed again, thank you. Monster Jesus. Aaron, what's going on, brother? Shauna, what up? Sam Locke, hello. I hope you're doing well. Carlos, what's going on? Hey, God bless you too, dog. Shauna, oh, man, good to see you. Steve Stein, Wanda, Pierre, Shauna, Daniel, Donnie, Nicole. I want to say a personal thank you to each and every one of you guys, coming on here, doing your thing on a Friday night. This isn't usually our night. Usually we chill on Fridays. We kind of older. We've been in the gang a little bit longer than most of them. We've been gang a long time. You know what I'm saying? We got 66 people. How many likes we got? 12 likes. Can we get some likes, man? Daisy wants some likes. Look at Daisy. Get aggressive with it, girl. Daisy wants likes. Daisy, you want a like? Daisy want a like? You want to get liked? Daisy crazy with this, y'all. Pamela, Valerie, Denise, Kawhi. I can't say it enough. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out. The likes, the appreciation, and even the people They hate on us. Hey, you know what? At least they watching the content and getting educated to something that's absolutely correct. So, someone says, hey, Mr. Brando. That's Raphael. And then Royal says, hey, Mr. Brando, my mom has you live and in full effect. Shout out to Royal and her mom. Man, Royal, I still want to do our thing, man. We got some business to handle, me and you know that, about our entertainment division. I want to talk to you when you have some time, because Royal's a very talented man. If you're talking about someone to do a movie review for you, set up your site, do your thing, really make an event, especially I think it's the Atlanta area. Oh my gosh, man, you need to holler at Royal. She does a good job. D holler, and she's also gang. Senior Fate, man, hola, como estás? Anthony Black, thanks for bringing the real. Of course, we try to really stay away from fake, because fake brings hate, right? We got 1 minute, then we're going to go ahead and get to this bidding. I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to put you guys on the little screen down here until it fades off. Hopefully by the time I'm done reading, this will be over with this one here. So I'm going to turn this all the way down. We got 66 people. Yeah, that's right. Daisy gets them likes. Daisy should get a like. She's a really nice pup when she's, sedated. Man, been a long time with you. Yeah, Paul. Man, me and Paul go back like high top phase, like a lot of us. Frank too. What up, Brando? Great. See y'all. I haven't been out of chat with you lately, but good look. Man, good to see you too. Let's get to this news, y'all, because I want to really bring you these bombs. And I'm going to tell you where to insert them. So somebody, when we see the bombs, I want you guys to spam the chat with bombs, okay? When you hear something that makes you smile, it puts you in a happy place, I want you to spam the like with bombs, okay? Yeah, glad to be back. You know what I mean? Really glad and honored that all y'all stuck with me all this time too, y'all. So I came to bring it. So let's do it. First of all, every one of you guys should be a member of the Mr. Brando April BB group on Facebook. You should also be friends with us on Facebook. Second of all, you should have joined the Noble Institution and joined the stock exchange group. You're going to exchange your currency one time. You're going to go down there, you're going to take your currency, you're going to exchange it one time. But why don't you want to get paid from dividends from the rest of your life? It's a question I would ask each and every one of you that's not involved in my ISX group, which is the Iraqi Stock Exchange group. What is it about spending $30 a month and investing $200 a block? $200 a block could make you $1 million. It could make you multi-millions of dollars. But as long as you don't ever redeem your spot as a member, that's money you get paid for the rest of your life. Why haven't more people asked about that? I mean, if you joined other groups, I get it. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying that I joined groups and then I found out that I didn't really like the situation of that group. So I changed groups. Started my own group. I'm just telling you, the stock exchange, you'll exchange your currency one time, you join my stock group, you invest in it. Yes, it's $200 a block. It ain't free. It's $30 a month. Yeah, anything worth having something ain't free. I'll tell you something like that there. A free meal ain't good. Free rent ain't good. That is a socialistic ideal about something about getting paid, and I just don't buy into. That's socialism. But anyway, the Iraqi Stock Exchange announced that Thursday at 11, the Arab Stock Exchange recorded an increase during the past week, and with the index recording a record increase of 8.84% for the month. The weekly bulletin of the Arab financial markets, based on a database out of the Arab Fund and data issued by the Arab stock exchanges, confirmed that trading value recorded an increase in the stock exchanges Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, and Iraq, with rates ranging between 3.57 to 19.92. According to the statement, the weekly trading volume of the 10 Arab stock exchanges witnessed an increase in trading value led by the Dubai financial market and the Iraqi Stock Exchange. The Iraqi Stock Exchange index recorded yesterday on Wednesday basically a 0.24 increase after trading 44 billion shares. Remember, 44 billion shares is like $4.4 billion. And basically, you got to think, if you hold hundreds of billions of shares because of a group buy, and that value happens, and you've got to like this, and that value happens. You own 6, 7, 8 blocks, and it turns from you have 200 million shares or 200 billion shares to 22 billion shares, and it's a group share of about 100, anywhere from 100 to 500 people. Could you imagine the wealth that's going to be distributed amongst that group of people? That's why you should join the Noble Institution. Reach out to me to reach to Megan, man, to get you there, because I'm telling you, you'll exchange your currency one time. You're involved in the exchange, man, you'll be cashing out until you don't want to cash out any longer. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister expected on Thursday that the country would pay compensation for Kuwait by the end of the first quarter of this year, or the last quarter of this year, which the United Nations estimated to be about $52 billion. This is where you can start inserting and spamming all the bombs. I'm going to read that one more time. The Prime Minister's advisor said that he expected on Thursday the country would have paid the full compensation for the Kuwait war by the end of the quarter of this year, which the United Nations estimated at about 52 billion dinar. I've always said this, and I will continue to say this. You will not see anything happen with the Iraqi dinar until Kuwait is paid off completely. When you see Kuwait paid off completely, then you, me, and everybody can start sitting here saying, why aren't we on the Forex market, or why aren't we inserted inside of the global financial institution, and why aren't we recognized as being currency holders of a viable, internationally recognized currency? The process of deducting the percentage of value of each barrel of oil exported as compensation from Kuwait war began in 1996. At the rate of deduction of compensation at the time was about 30% of the revenue of each barrel of oil. What that means is in the beginning they took about 30%. So if a barrel was $100, they took and gave to Kuwait back 30% of that, $30. Okay? He added the percentage of deductions that has decreased 5% under the Security Council resolution. And that resolution, for anybody noting it, is 1483 in March of 2003, and then stopped temporarily between 2015. That was the war upon ISIS and terrorism, and they didn't want any oil exported at that time that was going to be somehow subjugated to terroristic activity. The advisor also pointed out that Kuwait gradually resumed the deduction again between 2018, which is basically recently, 5%, 1%, 3% currently. On the return of each barrel of oil, said the net return after deduction is deposited in the account of the government of the Republic of Iraq at the Federal Reserve Bank in New York. So don't get it confused. The UN did not pay for compensation. That money went into a UN compensation fund, which is for reparations. Okay, that's first. Now, he added that the total compensation from the package was estimated about 52 billion, full at the end of the first quarter. They say full end, or basically first quarter, according to the development of oil prices, that this will be totally fulfilled and compensated. And its right of compensation it demands as a result of the losses incurred to its infrastructure during invasion, and especially to the oil sector. After the invasion, and this is paid off, that currency can be completely recognized as 100% valid and can be sold in any marketplace because they will fulfill their obligation. And to note that, if you just listen to what I just said, please understand that Iraq last month alone made $6 billion in oil revenues. I hate everybody that's in here complaining about high oil prices, but understand how oil prices are getting us to where we need to be. And with those oil prices, you can bestly assume 180 million went back into that fund to pay off Kuwait, and guess what? Now, officially, you're under $1 billion. There was a blog out there. The blog was actually basically only about 15 days old. I want to read you the blog real quick. It says, for over a decade, the news about the Iraqi dinar has been less than positive. The reality that the dinar should be revaluated. The point of the Iraqi dinar valuation should be to take a closer look at the real value of what the dinar truly is. Avoiding the propaganda that is often associated with anything Iraq is important. Getting down to the bottom line to see if the dinar is a good investment or not requires that we fish through the fog and get to the fact. That is why you invested in this money, because you fished through the fog and you got to the bounty. Now you're here sitting with me saying, well, what is really what we're looking for? There has been an increase in the value of the dinar. All that be slow. But through a few years, the dinar revaluation does show basic growth. As the region stabilizes in commerce and the industry returns, the dinar shows some improvement. Investing in the dinar is a good way to buy low and eventually sell high. It will not crumble and it will not continue to grow. Patience is key. If you take a closer look at the Iraqi dinar, you will also notice there are some very likely but surprised by what you will see. Is it a wise investment? Investing when the dinar is still rather low before revaluation is the perfect time to invest. All indicators point to growth over the next 5 years. Now, this was 15 days old. They say growth over the next 5 years. That means your money will return you a profit. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the $3 profit that maybe basically half of you out here are looking for. I'm not going to say that, but it says here it's going to return you a profit. Now you should be really spamming, saying this is bombs away. This is someone who's not connected to mainstream, Bloomberg, nothing of that crap. This is a mom and pop blog that has nothing to do about the Iraqi dinar, that's out there really talking about it, saying they're rich in oil. They have all these great things happening about it, and once they pay off Kuwait, and that's what they're saying, once Kuwait's compensation takes place, you can actually now start to ask the real question of what is the dinar really worth in the open marketplace with no restrictions, nothing holding it back, and nothing but supply times velocity and an open market space where anybody can go in and jump in the workforce. What will happen to your investment? $111 of us. I got 113 of us on my phone. 112, 113 people. I hope this doesn't come out too preachy. I'm not trying to preach, okay? I'm just trying to give you some facts. I know what's going to happen. Been since 2003, major happenings. Yeah, when you start talking about paying off the one thing and also getting removed from all those terrorist groups, including Europe and including the United States, and then you start to think, well, dang, and as soon as they pay off Kuwait, they're internationally recognized. Now they're not recognized as a currency that's being backed by terror. Man, I have always said I didn't need 100,000 subscribers. I only needed 100 subscribers that really believed. And it's not like I'm telling you something that's not in the news cycle. Man, Afghanistan has nothing to do with Iraq. The Taliban, yes, is in connection with ISIS. However, the Iraqi government and the counterterrorism and also the Kurds, those fighting machines, have already made a true commitment and said, look, if they come over here, we will wipe out ISIS. They're not going to lay down their arms and walk away like they did in Afghanistan. That won't happen. And God bless those poor Afghanistan people that gave up everything and just laid down their arms. If you don't want your country, who will? I mean, seriously, it's really hard to fight for something that if someone doesn't believe in the fight. I'm really being honest with you. I don't feel bad about how they got pulled out. I'm very sad that people have died. But you know what? People have died every year since they've been inside that country. Isn't it time that the death has stopped? And the difference is that the Iraqis are going to handle their business because they're afraid to lose their country. They want their sovereignty. They want everybody out of there. Afghanistan never made a request for them to leave. A terrorist group made a request for them to leave. That's the difference between Iraq and Afghanistan. You got to really think about the facts. And these deals were made years ago. And every president since Bush Sr. is responsible for this bullshit. And please excuse me, but what I'm saying to you is you can't lay this blame on any one person or any one thing. Please. Okay? Now, well, if the Zim is worth more than the Afghani, then damn, keep your Zim. The UN Compensation Fund said that blah, blah, blah. We know all that, right? Let's get to the important stuff like the second strategic plan of 2021 to 2023. That's a fancy way of saying that we have this really big monetary issue and we have some strategic issues we want to deal with and we want to tell you about them. The first strategic objective is to support and achieve the monetary and fiscal stability. Second is to reinforce and strengthen the banking sector and financial institutions. Third straight objective is promote digital transformation in the central bank and banking sector. Fourth, develop the organizational structure and the human resources of the central bank. Fifth, activating the integrating the internal and external relationships of the central bank. The only thing that came out of that article, and shout out to Shanta that sent that to me via somebody else. I will tell you what the very valuable thing about that article said. The very valuable thing about that article said was they wanted to create an instant payment system for the stock exchange. So once you made money on a stock, you could instantly cash out of it. Just like it was any other transaction that was involved in the banking sector. And again, that's why I say if you're not involved in buying Iraqi stock, the currency only exchanges one time. Dividends pay forever. And if you don't believe that, look how long AT&T has been paying dividends. And they're old. They're over 100 years old. Can you imagine when Iraq is 100 years old? Your children's children will be spending your money. And I hate to say it because nothing's free. For a mere $30 a month, as long as you're a good standing member, you get your check. Why wouldn't you do that? For life. Yeah, you're committed to $30. It's Netflix, but you're getting paid millions. Anyway. This is the last thing I wanted to leave you with. Altering the face value of a currency without changing its purchasing power is called a re-denomination. Iraq has never said it wanted to re-denominate. It has says, though, it does want to reinstate its currency. However, this gives in reference to revaluation. It says, this typically accomplishes by issuing a new currency with a different but usual face value and a different value, usually higher, in exchange rate while leaving the old currency in place and unchanged. Insert bombs there. Man, it's been a long time since we had 120 people. You know what? Spam the chat and leave a message on the regular board if you guys would rather do these on Fridays instead of Thursdays. Seems like Fridays you guys like this a little better, you're a little hyper. Now, if you like Thursdays, I want you guys to really hype up Thursday. I want you to put Thursday in the chat where you can see it. Not on here, Thursday in the chat. We got 120 people in here. Anybody got a question? We're only in this for 23 minutes. Anybody got a question? And you want to ask me a question? Ask it. Type it in the slot. Let's ask a question. For real. Appreciate the bombs. So if go 1 to 3, we get 3 million a month? No, not exactly. It depends on how the stock performs. But the idea there is if you're buying it for 1/1,000,000th of a penny and it goes to $3, then yeah, what you're expecting would happen depending on how much they pay per dividend per month. But yeah, kind of. That's kind of a way of thinking about it. Friday. I need 5 more blocks. D-Holler, just get them, baby. You know you stay buying them. Cherie, what up? Sean, anytime for me. Sean, man, you be buying a bunch of blocks too, man. You know you out there. Anthony Black. When was the last payment to Kuwait? About a month ago, basically. It was about 600 million, almost something like that. Took them to 1.1, 1.2. Awesome results. Thanks for you being here. Yeah, man, I really don't want to abandon the space. You know what I'm saying? I really like it here. What's going on with the 2022 budget? It kind of doesn't matter because the next government that's in place for that time will install the budget. They can write a script for whatever they want. Doesn't mean that the next government's going to abide by it. Last payment to Kuwait is by the end of the year. I mean, that's what they're kind of forecasting, yeah, by the end of the year. Yes. But I mean, as they're making these record numbers, they've already made 180 million. They're only down 900 million. You think going into this month they pay it, next month they pay it, going into 1st of November, damn, I mean, you've got a real opportunity to say it's over. Any day works for me. I mean, for real. I'm gonna be honest. In between now and January, I don't even really care. I can wait on some millions. I don't have millions now. I can have millions in a minute. Need to get more shares now. LSX. Yeah, Josie, you need to. I mean, for everybody, I'm just telling you this. Why buy currency? You buy currency, you go to the exchanger. Hey, I got 100,000 dinar. Great, boom. They give you back your $100,000. You're happy. You go ball out for a weekend. You do whatever you do. With me, you give me that money, and that stock pays quarterly based upon how much is invested in it, and you and your group members get a quarterly check every month. Every month, we split it up, even Steven, except for the fees. Watching from Fiji, we got people in Fiji, that's dope. And her name is Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla. Super Hera Naga, and the second quarter 22, my bad. Hey, I mean, you're not talking long off though. Don't forget to have Megan call me. Yeah, Denise. Megan, if you're watching this, call Denise. I already sent you a text. Linda Logan, when does the quarter end? I don't know. I have to check on that. I don't have the answer. I'm sorry, I was unprepared. Jamal, how much does one block get you? Depends on what that currency revalues at. But you have to understand that your one block is in a pool of thousands of blocks that people have bought that you're inviting in. So your one block may represent a percentage much greater than what you could purchase by buying it by yourself. It's called group share. How do we get in on that investment? You need to contact Megan Feldman, Megan or me, or leave your message on the chat and I'll have Megan go back and check it. I'm in it for the long haul, but it'll happen when it happens. Millionaire mindset. You know what? But here's the thing. Let's just say the currency revalued at a number that you didn't want it to, but the stocks take off. And because the currency here is a dollar, you have some stocks that are worth $1,300, $1,400, $2,000, $5,000. You got cryptocurrencies that are $50,000. So you don't think in an emerging market, a stock exchange, that a stock couldn't hit $100 and you bought it for 1/100 of a penny? Oh, Paul said, I mentioned only she's not gold. Sorry, bro. No, Paul, I'm sorry if I misunderstood too. Float? Yeah, I kind of look for, dude, listen, I don't care what the Iraqi dinar reinstates for. You care about that. I care about the Iraqi stock exchange and that stock being worth hundreds of dollars, regardless of what the value of the dinar is, as long as it's international and it can be traded and exchanged on an exchange with real-time settlements. What I'm talking about, man, I ain't talking about their money. I'm talking about their stock. Stock will pay you forever. Dirty flow? It could be a dirty flow, but I mean, you have to expect at that one point that there's going to be a rush and a dive, and where do you fall into it? Man, you're going to see a financial victory. I do believe that, Shanna. It's been a long time. Yeah, it has. And you know what? We do need to have some redemption amongst the whole investment community because people thought of us as being crazy or whatnot. But it's going to be nice when it does revalue. And there are people out there that truly think that it's going to increase in value. Now, what that increase is going to be, no one speculates on. But however, even if it goes for, being honest, 50 cents, think about it. 50 cents on your money ain't bad money. Is it true the Iraqi banks paying over 10% in interest? I haven't seen that. The lowest I've seen is 6%. I mean, the highest I've seen is 6%. How much IQ do we have to bring to the table for the block? You have to bring in USD $200. So you can do the conversion from $200 to what the current value of the stock, for the currency is, to know how far you're buying into the exchange. Can we still buy shares in LSX after the dinar revalues? Yeah, you could, but why? Why would you buy stock at that point? That even if it went up to $1, it's already 1 million times more expensive than it was when you first invested. You won't make nearly as much money. And hopes that stock takes from $1 to $10 is a greater hurdle than from it go to a tenth to a penny to $10. I'm just telling you. Anything on the dong? No, nothing on the dong right now. Hoping something comes out soon. Yeah, buy while it's low and you're going to sell while it's high. And then, like everything else, we're going to cash dividends as we go and ride the wave until the wheels fall off. But emerging markets usually stay for 100 years or so. So I expect a 100-year run on the LIXX. I don't expect a 100-year run on the exchange of the Iraqi Dinar. I don't ever expect you won't be able to do it. What I'm saying is it'll hit a certain point that it's going to hit its height, and when it does, if you don't catch it at the right moment, you will get what you get, and that won't be bad. Anthony, you buy into the ISX blocks by contacting me or contacting Megan Feldman, Mother of Peace 24@gmail.com, and she can help straighten it. AMC is the only stock you're aware of. Oh man, there's so many more. Anthony, through you, Mr. B. Yeah, Anthony, if you leave me a message somehow, you can leave it at mrbdjackso@gmail.com. I will forward the message to Megan and make sure she contacts you back. Thank you. That makes sense. Appreciate your opinion. Yeah, it's the only way it makes sense. Think about it. Even if it goes for $1. Okay, I'll give you the naysayers the best. Let's say it goes for $3. Okay, the currency is $3, and you've got 10 million dinar. You get $30 million. You pay your taxes. You're down to about 23 million. Okay, you're happy. Blah blah. Well, okay, but you still got to pay all that tax. The idea would be is that the currency floats and it stays around a nominal value so that you can exchange it, keep it under the radar at some point, go to a country with no taxation, and then take care of your business. Ronald says, Megan, can you reach out to him, please? Megan Feldman, if you're out there. You can reach out to me too out of here if you want to. Send me, I just left my email address. Come out, darling. I mean, I'll tell you this. I don't even expect $1 in some ways. I would be, on a float, I would love to see it come out somewhere above 50 cents. Way above 50 cents. Not over $1, but not below 50 cents. That's all I'm going to say there. Shannon, yeah, we can have a one-on-one this week. Absolutely. Just let me know when you're available to talk. Hit me up. Can you put the email in chat? Yeah, I will. Here, let me do it. I just posted it in here. Man, I'm so cool with, I'm cool with a lot of numbers, but anything over 50 cents I'm cool with. Jamal, I just put my email in there. If you send me an email to what I just put in there, I'll answer you back, okay, bro? Okay. Hey, Willie, what's going on, man? Okay, the MB gang. I believe in gang life. Gang, gang. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night. We will talk soon. And if you guys put it in the real chat, if you rather Friday nights instead of Thursday nights, put it in the chat. It's up to you guys. I'm here for you. Thank you guys. Have a blessed evening.